Tonight on Evening.
Hey, we are Team Evening coming to you from Wallingford.
And we all have personal heroes in our lives, right? Well, tonight, the stars of Patriots Day. Tell us about theirs.
How a West Seattle Potter hopes to change the world with her work.
Well, receiver Paul Richardson changed the game Saturday. We'll talk to go one-on-one with the Seahawks star.
And in New Year, it's a new look for a guy with an inner rock star.
Welcome to the show, everyone. We are coming to you from one of the newest restaurants in Wallingford, Thackeray.
In fact, yeah, it just opened up last month. It's from the same people that did Meet the Moon and Purple Cafe.
So they have Northwest cuisine here, because I guess we're in the Northwest, but it also has a bit of a Mediterranean flair.
The drinks are crazy, by the way.
They are so awesome.
Yours is the
This
craziest.
one is the craziest. It's called Hello Space Boy. They say it's made with gin and David Bowie.
It is so
You can see David Bowie, right?
cool.
So cool.
They also have 6 different kinds of gin and tonics on their menu. If you're really into gin and tonic, this is a great place to come. This one is called the Mr. Rosewater. It's very pretty.
I have the health drink apparently everybody in Seattle is drinking, the kombucha.
Yes.
You're going to have
You
so
haven't
much
had that
energy
before?
today.
Yeah,
I've
it's
had
pretty
it once
crazy.
before.
Off the hook.
This is Negroni carbonated on tap.
They have cocktails on tap.
They do.
Well, let's raise a glass to toast
Yes, we should.
our beloved Seahawks.
For
Yes.
Who
sure.
stomped all over the Lions on Saturday.
First round win. How about it?
Incredible game.
It was very
Richard
exciting.
Sherman said this felt like old times. And he was right, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
We got lots of yards on the ground. We had great passes, great catches, great defense.
Unbelievable catches. I feel like
Yeah.
there were legitimately 2 all-time catches
But
in
the
that
best
one
one
game.
was this one, the Paul Richardson
Oh, the hug.
catch.
Yeah,
My
right,
face mask.
right.
Get your head off my face mask.
I thought it was
Something
nice.
like that.
He was making a touchdown and giving someone a hug at the same time.
Yeah,
which I thought
right,
was
right.
awesome. He
We
also
love
had
it.
another incredible one-handed catch,
He
not
did.
for a touchdown, but that catch by Doug Baldwin too, where he
And
used
Doug Baldwin's
his entire
butt.
body
Right.
to
Yes.
make
Wait,
the catch.
what about his butt?
Doug Baldwin's
oh, that right, the butt
backside.
catch.
Yes.
Right,
Yeah,
I forgot, yeah. So
What
I
a great
forgot that
catch.
one. You're right,
Yes.
you're all over the place.
And he knew he had it.
And-
At
and-
first they didn't call it a catch, but it was.
I remember
absolutely.
NBC said that Rawls was the player of the game. I really did think Paul Richardson should have been the guy.
He was terrific.
He had 3 of, I think they were his 3 best career catches in one game.
Yeah.
And he sits down with us on tonight's hanging with the Hawks. What's the best advice you ever got? Life or football, either one.
Life for football.
Yeah.
The best advice I've ever gotten was from Bobby Kennedy, one of my receiver coaches in Colorado. He told me that nothing is ever as good as it seems and nothing is ever as bad as it seems. And, you know, that stuck with me.
It's good advice. You're arguably the fastest guy on the team.
Mm-hmm.
What is your secret to speed?
It's a want to, man. You know, a lot of guys are fast and a lot of guys are skillful and they use angles to counter speed. And I think that I use speed to counter speed, and that's my attitude, that I can't be beat.
So if I want to, you think I can beat you in a race?
I think you could try. I definitely think you can try.
That's a good answer. Okay. All right. Who is your hero?
My hero. Not even trying to be corny. I think God is my hero, man. I lean on Him for everything, and that's just how I was raised. That's how my grandma, how she raised me, just to always, you know, go to Him, put my problems in His hands, and thank Him for my successes, and you know, He's been that guy for me.
All right, here's a tough question. Would you rather be eaten by sharks or die of thirst?
I would have to say thirst, just because I don't want anybody to bite me. Yeah,
That's true. It wouldn't be a good way to go.
never.
All right, last question for you. Is it okay for men to wear clogs?
I don't understand why men would wear those. It's uncomfortable. I don't understand why anyone would wear those.
They don't have laces.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Need a little bit of support.
It would be really hard to play football in clogs.
Why did you ask him
I
that
suspect Paul will be
question?
wearing cleats in Atlanta Saturday.
And after the big win, Russell Wilson and his crew went off to dinner at Metropolitan Grill.
They did. That was very cool to watch. It was on Facebook Live. He was there with Sierra. And if you notice, deep in the background,
Deep.
Evening Magazine
Yes.
is playing on the TV.
Thanks, guys.
Which that is, it makes sense because Metropolitan Grill was the
right.
Best of Western Washington
Right.
winner this past year for Best Steakhouse.
And people play evening everywhere they go.
Yeah, that is
That's
true.
the other thing. And Russell even took some time to answer fans' questions from that Facebook Live thing.
That was very cool. Did you guys tune into the Golden Globes last night? Was I the only person sitting there watching?
My girls who are 8 and 10,
Yeah.
it's so much fun because they always make comments about the dress. My 8-year-old actually said, I like that dress, Mommy, but it's a little bit too low cut.
Oh, well, perhaps they can do the red carpet coverage last year. I did think it was fun. There were a few Seattle, like prominent Seattle connections, right? Jeff Bezos, of course, we saw shots of him because Amazon had a big night. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who's a Seattle native, he presented an award. And Chris Pratt was in a little video that they played, and it was very funny. Not a lot of the ceremony was funny, but I did like the Chris Pratt portion.
There was also a little bit of a Seattle vibe there because every single male actor had a tremendous beard.
A beard.
Going.
I think John Hamm called it a beard parade.
What is Casey Affleck trying to become?
I don't know if anyone knows the answer to that.
Okay.
What did you think of Meryl's speech? That's been the big takeaway
It was,
of the night.
she clearly had rehearsed it, thought it through, and delivered it flawlessly.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
One movie that's getting a lot of attention is Patriots Day. It's about the Boston Marathon bombing, and that's a story that kind of hit home for us at evening because one of our co-workers and friends was actually running the race that day.
Yeah, one of our photographers he's an avid runner, Tom Volk is his name. He was a photographer for us for like 3 decades.
Yeah.
He was at the race, but we were grateful to learn that he had finished before the attack happened.
Making the movie was also very personal for star Mark Whalberg. He's a Boston native, and he knew some of the first responders.
That's right. And when I had a chance to talk to him and the cast about the movie, we talked about heroism, specifically the everyday kind.
Who has been a hero in your personal lives?
Wow, that's a very interesting question. Yeah.
Well, I think for me, I have had very special people in my life. Some of them, it took a while to recognize them, whether that was Father Flavin, who's my parish priest and married my wife and I, baptized all my kids, buried anybody that we've lost. And then there's been others at boys clubs in various places that really try to keep me on the right path. But I grew up in Boston, so I had so many great sports heroes.
Yeah.
And I really kind of looked up to those guys and idolized them, and those guys got us through a lot of tough times.
On a day-to-day basis, my wife is my hero because she got to deal with all my kids, and my mom was a single parent, and so I have an affinity for mothers, so I'd have to say that, yeah, those are my heroes, yeah.
My mother as well. I mean, my mom is one of the most compassionate, nurturing, loving people that I've ever met. She's been an extraordinary example to me as a person and as a mother, and so she's my hero for sure.
I want to say Danny. I mean, he's actually a real-life hero. Like, this guy, not just the fact of the courageous act that he did that brought these guys to justice, he doesn't think he's a hero at all.
Really?
You know, he's very humble, and getting to know him, it's amazing.
So some pretty interesting answers there. We would actually love to know who the personal or everyday hero in your own life is, so go to our Facebook page and weigh in there. And by the way, Patriots Day is rated R, and it comes out this Friday.
I want to see that for sure. Well, there's some heroes in Maple Valley who are kind of rescuing some of our favorite four-legged friends.
They're just little cuddle bears. They love people. They're just a riot. They're so much fun.
These baby goats got a lucky break last spring.
All the dairies and breeders' does are having babies. So they cull boys.
Goats like these are usually auctioned off for meat, unless Barbara Jameson of Puget Sound Goat Rescue gets there first.
We intercept them, we purchase them, we bottle raise them, and then we adopt them out.
It all began in 2000 when she adopted 2 goats that were abandoned at a friend's feed store.
I fell in love with them, so I started going to the auction and buying more.
Soon, Jameson was hooked.
Within a month, I had 60. So it's like, well, I can't keep doing this. So then I just would put flyers up. It was before the social media storm, and a little website, and we found people that wanted them, not to eat them, but to have them as pets. We get a lot of queries where people are like, we want to come and help feed baby goats. I'm like, well, you can, but you gotta muck too.
Volunteers do get something out of this as well.
It's goat therapy. As soon as you walk through the gates leading up to the property, the world just falls away.
What's not to love about goats? I love everything about them. Goats bring me happiness.
The Cute Overload every spring gives Jameson a great opportunity to educate would-be goat owners.
Honestly, there's a lot of misconceptions about goats out there.
Last year, Puget Sound Goat Rescue saved 190 goats. They also take in the occasional sheep, like baby Fanny here, and one rescue llama named Sabrina, whose job is to keep dogs out of the pasture. Barbara says it's easy to find homes for these guys.
they're just so fun. I don't know how else to say it. They play, they like to hang with you, they walk around. They're like dogs, only they live in your barnyard, not your house. There, everybody's happy now.
But sometimes it's hard to say goodbye to her kids.
Happy times, happy goats.
You gotta love goats.
Yes, you do. They're by far the best farm animal. The folks at the Puget Sound Goat Rescue say that if you are going to get a goat, you should get more than one because they're pack animals. They don't. They're solitary otherwise.
I am delighted that you, in your
goat?
mind, have a list of the best
What's
farm
number 2?
animals.
Number 2, I think, is chickens because I like the way they walk.
Oh my God, we'll be right back.
You just hope to bring peace and joy to somebody else's life through what you do.
Making ceramics and happiness in West Seattle. Plus, a Puyallup man says goodbye to his 80s hair and hello to a rockin' new look.
The King 5 Newsroom. It's always buzzing. Dedicated people with one goal, serving you. And we take it seriously with more journalists to tell the whole story, more newscasts to fit your busy schedule, and more ways to get informed, from Facebook headlines on the go to in-depth investigative reporting that changes laws and lives. It's all on King 5 and Kong. 2 channels, 1 trusted newsroom.
Heads up.
I knew you were going to do that.
It's time to laugh.
Let's go climb some rocks.
So you think they're here?
How's it going?
To play.
Come on, man.
You guys are really good at that.
Yeah.
Kind of impressive.
To be yourself. It's time for life in this stylish, fun-to-drive 2017 Toyota Corolla. Lease one now for $149 a month. See your local Toyota dealer or visit buyattoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
This is the Monster Jam Triple Threat Series, presented by AMSOIL, featuring Monster Jam trucks, speedsters, and ATVs. Presented by your local Ford store. Tickets start at $15. Coming to Tacoma, January 13th, 14th, and 15th. Get tickets at monsterjam.com.
It's just a date.
I can stay. I'm good.
I won't be late.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
No kissing on the first date, all right?
Life doesn't always stick to a plan, but with our investment expertise, we'll help you handle what's next. Financial guidance while you're mastering life. From Chase, so you can.
Diamonds, the jewelry exchange, has 2-carat solitaires for $19.90, certified 2-carat for $59.90, 3-carat rings for $69.90, and most sizes and grades of GIA diamonds, all with a low price guarantee. Buy direct. The Jewelry Exchange, Renton.
Here we are, kind of on the edge, right here. We're like Fremont and Wallingford, right in between.
Right on the border.
On the border, where you got to go to Checkpoint Charlie to get through.
It's known as the Freeford neighborhood.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's what they're calling it. And this is a place called Thackeray, where we can literally hang out in their hanging chairs.
Yes, it's a very cool table that they have here.
It's too much fun.
You gotta be careful.
Actually.
You don't want to get too overboard on those
No,
things.
you do have to be careful.
I
Safety
can
first.
spin it all the way around.
Right, you could.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because you're a former male gymnast.
Look at this. Dinner is served.
Yes, it looks so good. So they have sort of a Middle Eastern fare here and huge portions.
They make these are house-made pita.
Yep.
And you can take the pita and then use a variety of Mediterranean spreads. And there's so many things to choose from.
Yes, they also have a beautiful short rib, although we have been told that one of the goals here is to get things that you can share with the table. You can also do half orders of things.
So you're going to share that?
No, I'm not.
She is not.
But you would share, for instance, the grapes, dates, and bacon, right? I mean, everybody would get a little
Bacon makes
portion.
everything better, right?
And this is not just 1 or 2 spices. This is 9-spice Lebanese shawarma.
Yum.
Oh,
nice. Lamb.
Hey, I want to take a moment now to introduce you to a local artist who is spreading joy and happiness through the passionate craft of ceramics. And it's all because, Michael, she never gave up on her dreams. Here's Abby Grimmett.
Well, as potters, we think we can change the world one pot at a time.
When watching Nicole Pepper work, it's clear how passionate she is about pottery.
There's something about cutting into the clay. It's just, I love making these, I really do.
Her intricate sgraffito designs are inspired by nature.
I like the feel of rocks, so I intentionally don't glaze the bottom of my pieces because I want them to feel like a stone.
And designed with function in mind.
Having something on a counter, I like to have longer than a round just to hold things because it takes up less counter space.
But her journey to running Modhome ceramics out of her West Seattle home,
As long as nothing explodes and the handles haven't popped off,
hasn't been flawless.
there was a crack in this one. I graduated in '95 from Western Washington University with the BFA, and I thought, okay, I'm going to build a studio. So I was like, oh, I have to get a job to earn money to pay for my supplies and my tools.
It took 20 years of hard work before Nicole started living that dream.
You're never too late. You can keep pushing forward in some small way, and it'll all come together in the end.
It's that determination that helped Nicole get where she is today.
I'm learning to accept what comes and being open to it, and I think that's definitely how it's been able to work.
Nicole hopes she can keep creating.
Just trying to make more things.
Because that's how she plans to change the world, one pot at a time.
You just hope to bring peace and joy to somebody else's life through what you do, and if it can do that, that's the greatest gift, and I hope I can do that and live up to that.
So you can find Modhome Ceramics in the ID, Capitol Hill, and also in Beacon Hill.
Okay, we have a list of all of those stores and her online shop. Just go to our website.
I believe the product is in Fiovaranti in Beacon Hill.
Excuse me?
Eat your pea.
Evening's most dramatic makeover yet.
I'm scared to death, I'll be honest with you.
Right after the break. Melty goodness is their specialty. The Seattle Grilled Cheese Mac and Cheese restaurant you need to try this winter. Plus, This Is Us star Justin Hartley and the app for beauty on demand. Evening, tomorrow at 7:30 on King 5.
If you or a loved one has been injured in a car accident, on the job, or out at sea, call or text Phillips Law Firm today for a free consultation. Call or text 1-800-JUSTICE or visit us online at justiceforyou.com.
At Papa Murphy's, love means doing the right thing when it comes to feeding your family. That's why they only use chicken raised without antibiotics. Because Papa Murphy's loves families, and they're not chicken to say it. Tonight, home bake a large chicken bacon artichoke, made with grilled chicken, crispy bacon, and savory artichoke hearts, and share the love. Just $10 for a large. Order online at papamurphys.com. Love at 425 degrees.
There is a place like no other, where a walk down Main Street can fill you with wonder, and the smile of a mouse can spark joy. Where magic is spread with every touch, and always leaves you wanting even more. So make the time to take your time, because one day just isn't enough. Here, there is magic for days.
In Alaska, Sundays are for play and relaxation, except when a neighbor needs help. Then plans change, and folks are there for each other. Alaska USA Federal Credit Union lives that ideal, which is why when members need help on Sundays, they'll find most Alaska USA branches open and waiting for them. Assistance whenever it's needed. It can make all the difference in the world. Don't you belong here?
Good evening, I'm David Espinosa Hall.
And I'm Amanda Grace. Most people think working in news is all about being first to break the story, sensationalizing what's actually happening. When really, it's all about you. You allow us into your homes to share what matters most to you. And in the end, we hope we can make a difference. This is our motivation, and it drives everything we do. King 5 News on Kong. See you tonight.
Welcome back to Thackeray in Wallingford. Nothing better than starting off the new year with a new you.
And what better way to do that than with a dramatic makeover?
I like dramatic makeovers.
I love
They're
dramatic
always
makeovers.
fun. You're
Dramatic.
going to like this then. We teamed up with our friends at Kupro Kai, and they helped one guy go from a sort of 1980s haircut to something a little more modern.
The best makeover stories begin with a before picture like this.
I crawled out of the 70s, early 80s.
Inside Seattle's Kupro Kai salon, 49-year-old Dwayne Zazeski is about to face his fear.
I'm scared to death, I'll be honest with you. I've had this forever. I don't know anything different.
in the name of style.
Time for a change, or at least try it. It always grows back, right?
This Puyallup man is also a giver.
So I thought I'd donate it to the kids, the Cancer Locks of Love.
Cutting hair that you're going to give away is really hard because you wanted for your own haircut.
Oh boy.
Stylist Odie Lewis says a grown-up rocker look is the ultimate goal.
We took Keith Urban as our image, somebody with a little bit longer hair. It has kind of that messy, tousled, second day, third day kind of look. Just a little sparkle. Not too much, no. We added just a little bit of color, not just a little bit, so that it looks like he was traveling or out on a motorcycle ride for a week or so.
The updated rock star look wouldn't be complete without some male grooming.
We're going to be enhancing Dwayne's handsomeness today. This is Rory's The Only skincare lotion, and I'm going to be mixing it with a little bit of Sunday Riley Artemis oil. This is really great for enhancing radiance, and it also helps to calm the skin. We did just trim his beard and give him a little shave. This will really help with any irritation from that.
Feels nice.
Now, instead of hiding behind his hair, Dwayne takes center stage with a new kind of swagger.
I feel good about this. I feel good about this. That's great. It's a change for good.
That is a good change.
Yes, looking good, Dwayne. And since you like makeovers so much, just for you, we're going to have another one on tomorrow night, another dramatic makeover.
All right.
I do like dramatic
I
makeovers.
do too. Who
I like to
doesn't?
see the before and the after.
They're the best.
That's what you get.
That's what a makeover is.
The Northwest Brewery, making beer with ingredients from outer space. Up next. Melty goodness is their specialty. The Seattle grilled cheese mac and cheese restaurant you need to try this winter. Plus, This Is Us star Justin Hartley and the app for beauty on demand. Evening tomorrow at 7:30 on King 5.
Are cracks and settlement issues ruining your house? At Robbins & Company, our state-of-the-art hydraulic pier system is a logical and permanent solution. Check us out online and call for a free estimate.
Robbins & Company, ROBBINS.
It's time to follow every river, to explore every path, every mountain, every road, every trail. It's time for life in the aggressively sophisticated all-wheel drive 2017 Toyota Highlander. Lease one now for $349 a month. See your local Toyota dealer or visit buyatoyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places.
Two very funny comedians sharing the same stage. Here comes Rita Rudner and Robert Klein. Friday, February 3rd, Tulalip Resort Casino. Reserved seats on sale now at the venue box office and Ticketmaster.com.
The perfect gift. 1 carat Forever Us rings are just $9.90. 1 carat 3-stone and halo rings $6.99. Diamond bands $99 to $3.99 per carat, and diamond studs are $5.99 per carat. Thousands of gifts guaranteed to appraise for double. The Jewelry Exchange Renton.
Start your year off right with Northwest Motorsport at NWMSRocks.com.
Bothell Furniture's January clearance sale is here. Your source of American-made solid wood furniture has big savings for you. Save up to 60% on select premium quality furniture. Bothell Furniture's January clearance sale is on now.
5,000 years of Chinese music and dance in one night. Incredible, groundbreaking, a cultural phenomenon. Must-see, Shen Yun. Coming to Seattle Macaw Hall, April 7th through 9th. Buy tickets now at shenyun.com/Seattle or call 800-880-0188.
Miners Landing at Pier 57, Seattle's signature waterfront experience.
The new Celebrity Apprentice is just getting started.
You get terminated.
And tonight, it's gonna get a little messy.
Stop double dipping!
Bang! Boom! Bye-bye.
The new Celebrity Apprentice tonight, 8/7 Central on NBC.
This Tuesday,
You're having triplets.
The show that has captured America's heart.
I won't do that to your family. It's our family, no.
Returns at a special time, 10 Eastern, 9 Pacific.
I love you.
This Is Us returns Tuesday on NBC.
Welcome back to Wallingford's newest corner restaurant, Thackeray, named after the author of Vanity Fair, William Makepeace Thackeray. My French phrase?
Oh, no, don't grab. Well, you know, we've all heard of light beer, but have you heard of...
More of my French fries?
A little mess there. Have you ever heard of weightless beer? Well,
That's impossible.
There is a brewer in Oregon for whom the sky is not the limit.
Oh.
It's one small sip for a man.
We wanted to push the boundaries of brewing.
One giant gulp for mankind.
And see what was possible.
A couple of years ago, Eugene, Oregon's Ninkasi Brewing set the goal of creating a beer made with ingredients from out of this world. To do it, they had to start their own space program.
3, 2, 1, fire.
They sent carefully packed brewer's yeast a full 72 miles straight up by hitching a ride aboard the highest and fastest amateur rocket ever launched.
Problem is, we lost the payload.
The yeast was finally found in the Nevada desert nearly a month later.
We still did a lot of tests on it, but the yeast wasn't viable, so we couldn't brew with that batch.
But Ninkasi's Kenny Wigan says that for this company, failure was not an option.
A bunch of big kids who are also space geeks that really just wanted to experiment and see what we can do.
So they found another rocket, and this time, everything went Roger Dodger. The yeast made it into space, where it floated weightlessly for a few minutes before returning to Earth.
Came down where we thought it would. We were able to pick it up, helicoptered it back to our spot where we keep it cold, and we got it back to Eugene. And so there's space yeast in that beer. Isn't that crazy?
I feel buoyant. I feel weightless, if you will. Now, there's no scientific proof that the yeast's journey makes any difference at all to the beer, but there's no proof that it doesn't.
If people dig this, we might have more space beer in the future, which
I hope so.
is kind of the hope.
Who knows? Someday Ninkasi could be the official beer for space tourists and explorers.
That's what we're shooting for.
A little company that's shooting for the stars and might just reach them.
Someday, who knows?
You can get your Ground Control Imperial Stout at fine stores all around Seattle.
Like it.
All right, well, that's
And
all
a
we got
couple
for
of that aren't so fine, too, if you look really hard.
Our show's about over.
Yeah, okay. Make sure you join
Time's
us
up.
tomorrow night, same time, same
Yes,
show,
and
same
we're,
hour.
We're going to talk to one of the stars of This Is Us, everybody's favorite show, Justin Hartley. So tune in for that.
And up next, let's tune in to see who gets terminated on The Celebrity Apprentice with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Good night from Wallingford.
You had it there for a second.
I know.
Like you almost had it